This episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. You know that one friend who always finds the best travel deals, picks the right cards, and somehow ends up in first class for the price of coach? How do they do that? Well, Smart Travel is like that friend, but in podcast form. They cover all things travel finance, like which travel cards earn their keep and which are just heavy, shiny metal, and planning group trips that won't ruin your budget or your friendships. So travel smarter and spend less. That's the key with help from NerdWallet. Follow Smart Travel wherever you get your podcasts. Armchair-Explorer is a part of the Voyescape podcast network. Check out all of their shows from around the world at voyescape.com. Today's episode is about what I think is one of the coolest train trips in America, but I'd never heard about it until a few months ago. It's called the Pacific Surfliner. How cool is that? And it travels up and down the Southern California coast, one of my favorite places in the world. I had an absolutely brilliant laugh making it. My producers, Jason and Ali, came with me. So it ended up being a really funny kind of mates having a laugh sort of trip. Bit different from our usual thing in some ways, but I think you're really gonna like it. We explored Channel Islands National Park, catch waves with a surfing legend, ride the most ridiculous four-person bike you'll ever see, and lots more. But don't worry about that right now, because the train is pulling into the station and the journey is about to begin. All right, we're at the start of our Surfliner track trip up the SoCal coast. I can hear the horn coming, I can hear the train rolling in, and you know what? It feels like a bit of an adventure, actually. It's got all the anticipation of a road trip, but none of the hassle. And sorry, Kerouac, but the open track beats the open road every time for me. None of the rush, just staring out the window, watching the surf go by. I got my notebook, I'm feeling creative. Trains always make me feel like that. Might even have a cheeky cocktail, spot a lunch, who knows? Let's just get on board, chill, and have some fun. Ready? Let's go. Woo. Doors opening up back here. All aboard. The Pacific Surfliner travels from San Diego to San Luis Obispo, 351 beautiful miles along the Californian coast, with ocean views between San Diego and San Clemente at the bottom of the line and Ventura and Grover Beach at the top. We're going to begin our journey in the north and spend the next 4 days winding slowly south, stopping at 3 of SoCal's coolest beach towns along the way. First up, the American Riviera. Good morning, how are you doing? Excited to jump on board. All right, heading upstairs. Love a double-decker train.
Last about a couple % of Barbara.
This is it. All right. Let's get your bags up. From the train's northern terminus in San Luis Obispo, it's about a 2.5-hour ride south to Santa Barbara. Gorgeous headlands, misty mountains, ocean waves crashing onto the shore. Oh, this is pretty nice, isn't it?
Doors closed.
And I'm excited. I love the start of an adventure. Here we go, rolling off. Looking out there, the surf's rolling in. There's birds skimming the water surface as I'm looking out the headland now, where the misty mountains are just rolling down onto the beach. People are walking on the beach, skimming stones. Oh, just saw the first surfer out there. Wouldn't it be so fun just to wake up by the beach, stick on your wetsuit, and just head out into the surf? I love that lifestyle of just like, that's the most important part of your day. It's not going to work. It's basically waking up, getting your surfboard and jumping in the ocean, and the rest of the day could be based around that, like when the swell is. Oh, just walk down to the beach. You know, that's what you want, isn't it? Just look out at the ocean, walk down a couple of steps from your bedroom onto the beach. That's the dream.
It's like the perfect colour of sand as well. It's just like that sand, beautiful colour, isn't it? You know.
That's our sound engineer, Ali Nisbet. We'll be traveling with him and producer Jason Paton, who you may remember from previous shows. Perfect firmness for a little kickabout on the beach too, isn't it?
It certainly is. And a rumpus.
I'll have no rumpusing here, thank you very much.
Now, the horn has got a definite pitch. If we could just get a 3-part harmony in place, that'd be great.
Santa Barbara?
Yep. Yeah.
This door over downstairs will open up for you guys, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, maybe should we start heading down? Yeah. All right, let's grab the bags. Santa Barbara, here we come. The horns blow, the train slows, and before we know it, we step off the train and into a crisp blue California morning.
$1 million view, man. It cost me nothing. I'll take it.
Yeah. It really is.
It's a beautiful day out.
Is it like that the whole route up where you're just hugging the coast like that?
Yeah, man. Through here, yes.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Do you just do this line then? Or
That's all I do, bro.
That's sweet. Is it just me, or there's something about like looking out the window that view just makes you relax and chill? Yeah.
It's my tranquility. It's my therapeutic, man. I've been doing this for 14 years.
Okay, cool.
So I got a little time under my belt, but
And still appreciate it.
it still is.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you very much for letting us off.
Oh, anytime,
Yeah,
man.
thanks so much.
You guys have a wonderful morning, man.
Will do.
Take care, and maybe see you guys on the way going back, man. You guys take care, bro. Have a good one.
All right, Santa Barbara, let's do this. Just jumped out. I love that, the convenience of it too. We're just on our adventure already. I think our hotel is literally 10 minutes walk that way across the park, and then that's our bike place right there.
Right there?
It's totally sweet. All right, let's get the bags. Santa Barbara is known as the American Riviera. Its climate and geography are similar to the French Riviera. And just like that beautiful Mediterranean coast, here lush landscapes are framed by maritime mountains and sparkling sea. It's a sophisticated city, home to some of the best wine tasting and food in the country, but it's also laid back and so SoCal, the perfect first stop on our Surfliner journey. But what's so nice about turning up by train is that sense of carefree adventure you get from arriving in the center of it all, unburdened by cars and traffic. Like, one of my favorite types of travel ever did, and anyone who ever does this is, well, you'll just remember it for the rest of your life, is backpacking, like proper backpacking traveling, where you just got, you know, what you need for a few days on your back. Just get a train somewhere or a bus and jump off, and you don't know anything really about it. You're just there to explore for a day or two. And I love that. We're gonna grab a couple of beers, we're gonna eat some nice seafood, go on an adventure, do something, but I don't know, right now we're just gonna roll 5 minutes down to our hotel, drop our bags, get our shorts on, put the sunnies on, go have some fun. And we're gonna start by renting some bikes and hitting the beach, but not the kind of bikes you're thinking of. We're looking for something a little more, how should I say this? California. Hey, how's it going? Oh, good. Yeah, I just phoned up about getting one of the buggies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's gotta be us.
Yeah, that's us.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a pure 1920s. But I don't know if they had those in the 1920s, but they should. If you can imagine, like Mary Poppins. That's
Chitty bang.
That's the bike they would ride. How fast are those babies going? Not fast. Picture a 19th century carriage, but with pedals instead of horses, a pretty yellow top, a basket in front, and a dainty little bell. Jason and I take the front, and Ali jumps in the back. All right.
Oh, well, this is quite the steed for us today.
This is exactly how you want to travel in Santa Barbara, right? So
So we're sitting on this red chitty bang bang buggy.
meets the Flintstones.
Because our feet are on the
And
ground.
there's no floor.
Very open. We're exposed. Yeah, open air. What a better way.
Pretty cool.
I don't know if I can agree with that part, but we're gonna feel
This is
cool.
like the least pimp my ride thing. Okay, here we go. We're off. We pedal down the street, take a wrong turn onto a main road, rub fenders with a sports car, nearly knock over a pedestrian, until we finally reach the promenade and a bike path that runs beside the beach. All right, we're gonna have to push it.
Sorry, boys, I would push, but I can't. That's it.
It actually goes faster pushing it.
Yeah, tell you what, Jay, if you don't mind. Oh, now we're talking. There we go, Jay. Stay back there.
It's actually easier
It's
to
the
push.
fastest we've gone.
So much more fun. Thanks, Jason.
It's so funny watching him just jog slowly. Just catch up.
We've got a nice ocean breeze now. Woo! Oh, we're coming straight up to the pier. Boats in the harbor.
It's a lovely little place, isn't it?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, right here on the beach. Located just 90 miles north of LA, Santa Barbara is an oasis from that busy hustle and bustle. Rolling green hills rise up from the ocean, whitewashed buildings with red tiled roofs dotted in between. Some of the world's wealthiest people live in those hills. Oprah, Prince Harry. Down here, there's also artists and musicians, people playing volleyball on the beach and sailing small skiffs out to sea. No one, however, and I mean no one apart from us, is riding a bright red, 4-person chitty chitty bang bang Mary Poppins bike buggy. We're gonna have to overtake.
Bow. Oh.
Excuse us. Sorry. Thank you. Every person we pass is just giving us a what the look.
Yeah, we do. I feel like this can't be that rare, but we do seem to be an anomaly.
People either like completely avoid eye contact or cannot stop making eye contact. Excuse us. Excuse me. On your right. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, it's important not to take yourself too seriously.
Literally. I get that vibe here just in general.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Whether it's the dogs in the fancy clothing.
If you do take yourself too seriously, this is the antidote.
Excuse me.
Sorry, it's us again.
Sorry.
When we got off the train this morning, I didn't think we'd be doing this.
No. An even gentler form of transport.
Yeah.
I think I could outwalk us right now. Oh no, there's a tiny incline coming up.
We are in danger of being overtaken by pedestrians. But we're working so hard for it as well. That's the ridiculous thing. Hello. Well, maybe what we should do is like lock this bad boy up and then go for a stroll on the pier.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We can just pull it right in here.
Yeah. Perfect.
There we go.
Nice. This is perfect. Look at this guy.
I think we've earned ourselves a little bit of lunch with all that pedaling, Jason. My legs are feeling it a little bit.
Jelly.
A little jelly. Let's make them a little bit more jelly. Let's go grab a couple of beers. We walk to the end of the pier, or Stearns Wharf as it's known, half a mile out over the ocean, the longest working wooden wharf in California. Grab a couple of glasses of that famous American Riviera Chardonnay, drop the buggy back at the shop, walking might have been quicker, and then head out onto the beach and into that sparkling sea. All right, paddling out. There's a little bit of surf I gotta take here.
Well done.
Oh, it feels so good to be on the ocean.
Man, it's been a great day overall.
It's beautiful.
Really beautiful.
This is our kayak guide, Andre. He's taking us on a tour of the harbor. So we're seeing a lot of birds kind of dive bombing fish.
We have a couple of different kinds, but the ones you see here, the little white ones, are terns,
Okay.
like more finely featured seagulls. And they're definitely dive bombing right now. A bunch of little fish. And look, there's a harbor seal.
Oh my gosh, there's a seal right next to me.
And it's like he
Wow! No way! You
That
see
was
it
cool.
just popped its head up. It was really curious. Wow! He's literally about 5 feet away from Jason's boat there.
knew. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, he's swimming towards you, Jason.
kind of
They're
inquisitiveness.
just like little puppies.
They do.
Yeah.
They're so cute. I mean, they're the cutest animal we're gonna see. There's sea lions as well, which are in the same family of pinnipeds.
Yeah.
They have different physiological features. They have ear flaps, whereas those seals just have little holes in the side of their head.
Okay.
We probably won't see any whales today because they tend to be a little farther from shore, but the gray whales are migrating from the Sea of Cortez in
Yeah.
Baja with their young. They're coming up along the California coast. March, April, May is the high season for the whale migration, and you have the gray whales, which are coming closer to the shore, and then in the middle of the channel there's a prevalence of humpback whales, and
Wow.
then closer to the Channel Islands there's blue whales.
blue whales, because they're incredibly rare to see, I thought.
They are incredibly rare to see. I've never seen one, but they are seen with some regularity, but people are going out there all the time, like the guides and stuff. Those are the largest animals on the planet.
We paddle into the harbor, working fishing vessels next to millions of dollars movie star boats. It's a fun tour. We paddle under Warren Buffett's catamaran. That's how big it is.
We're under a boat! We're under a boat!
Watch pelicans take flight.
That was crazy.
The bird. Oh, that sounded amazing.
Listen to waves crash against the seawall. And then head out from the harbor into the open sea. Andre calls Santa Barbara the land of the lotus flowers because of its hypnotic effect. There's something about it, he says, that lulls you into a state of bliss. And there is glitziness here. This was Hollywood before Hollywood existed, the capital of the silent movie era and the playground of the glittering elite. But it's also grounded, not showy, and that comes from its roots.
Basically, before settlement here in Santa Barbara by the Spanish, there was the existence of the Chumash tribe. They were a people with several different sub-tribes, and they lived along here all the way up to San Luis Obispo and down towards Los Angeles. They existed along the coastline here, and they had many practices and traditions that are still upheld today by the remaining members. It's a culture deeply rooted in nature, of course. Many of the animals that we've seen so far have spiritual symbolism and significance to the Chumash. So the pelicans, the great blue herons, the gulls, the cormorants, they all have symbolism and meaning. Then the Chumash also lived on the Channel Islands. They were able to take boats out there that they constructed out of redwood trees that have floated down from the northern part of California. They hauled them out. The name for them is called the tamul. So they took the tamuls that they sealed with the naturally occurring tar, and they were able to make them waterproof and take them out to the Channel Islands, where they had communities out there that lived, harvested, and fished. So their existence here was far longer than the existence of what you see in terms of the modern structures and the Spanish settlement.
The Spanish missions of the 18th century all but decimated Chumash populations. But today they're thriving again, and that spirit of respect for nature still informs the spirit of the Southern Californian coast to this day. From the harbor's edge, we round the seawall and paddle a few hundred feet past the end of the wharf, where a lone buoy is making a lot of noise. As you can hear, we're approaching the sea lions.
Yeah.
It looks like they're having a bit of a scuffle.
Yeah. I mean, there's limited real estate up on the boat.
You're hitting on it. The eternal battle between those in the water and those on the buoy. This is kind of shelter for them. It's safety. Safety in numbers, safety on top of a buoy. Sharks would have to be pretty crazy hungry to jump on top of a metal buoy.
Oh, they're really fighting. They're like biting each other. Oh, one's just gone on and they are not happy. Oh, we're only about 15 feet away now. This is so cool. You can see the slipperiness of their skin. Raising their heads up. Trying to find just any inch of space. It's a really small buoy. It's probably only 5 feet across in diameter. Oh, pelicans diving on either side. Oh, cow. There's a battle going on up there. Twisting their heads back, burying their teeth at each other. And then just forget about what they're doing and go back to sleep until they get nudged again. It's like this weird combination of being utterly comatose and utterly violent. Holy cow, I'm getting a little close here. One's just been pushed in. He's laughing at me.
Yeah, you see him shaking his head. He's shaking his head. He was like, no.
Nuh-uh.
It's crazy.
Oh, he's trying to jump up now.
Shaking his head.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Don't get up yet.
No, that's I've never seen that.
Really?
I've never. This is like another level of vocalness that they're displaying right now.
It's a full-on tiff.
This is a full-on.
So is this rare?
They're having a row.
Pretty rare for this to see like
This is pretty rare.
We leave the sea lions and paddle back to the beach, the setting sun sparkling golden trails on the water. Tomorrow, we'll hop back on the Pacific Surfliner, heading south to another iconic SoCal town. Aboard, let's go. We are upstairs. Who doesn't want to go upstairs to this rate? You don't normally get to do that. Window seat, gentlemen. Should we watch the world go by? It's a bit nice. Yeah, it's very nice. It's just a quick 45-minute jaunt from here to the town of Ventura. We grab a seat surfside, and as soon as we take off, it's all beach and deep blue as far as the eye can see. I don't know, I think there's one thing about looking out of the ocean in California is it's the Pacific Ocean. It's the biggest ocean in the world. Yeah. And when you look out into that horizon, you're literally looking thousands and thousands of miles. And, you know, the next thing around there is going to be basically like Japan, you know, and a completely different world. And then out there is just wild. You know, it's vast. It's sort of, the ocean is like this untamed element that will never be ours, really. And I think it's special because you're just looking out into that, and it's just endless. It feels endless. Since I've sat down here the last half an hour with my coffee, all I've done is the old, you know, elbow, palm out, lean the chin on the palm, stare out the window move.
Makes you want to work on your novel, doesn't it?
It makes you want to write a novel.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
What is that?
You hear this? That's me scratching my beard. Jack Kerouac, who himself worked as a brakeman on the Southern Pacific Railroad, wrote, "You realize that a man can take a train and never reach his destination, that a man has no destination at the end of the road." There is something about trains that harks back to a bygone era, one more present and slower paced, before the advent of fast cars and digital screens. Trains turn your eyes outward and your mind inward, and in their languid rattling we find, perhaps, like Kerouac, that sense of possibility and excitement that comes from not knowing what's around the next bend. Ventura seems to have like one of those names that it's been in songs. It's just like a Californian name, isn't it? There's something about Ventura. It just sounds like the beach, California. And looks like we're just about pulling any minute now. It's just a tiny little station, but we're gonna jump out. I'm heading over to the harbor, and we've got a nice little treat. We're gonna go out into the ocean today, out to the Channel Islands National Park, which I've always wanted to see because it's completely different to any other national park in America, and I'm trying to tick off them all, so this will be another one on my list, which will be amazing. Likes that horn, doesn't he? He's happy blasting that horn, isn't he?
He can just keep on going.
That's part of his job. We get off the train a stone's throw from the beach and head straight to the harbour and onto the boat. You're not Andrea by any chance, right?
This is me.
Oh,
right
Andrea.
here.
Oh, hey, Andrea.
Hi.
Aaron.
Aaron?
Yeah, lovely to meet you.
You as well.
Andrea Mills is one of the naturalist guides on board our cruise to the Channel Islands. We'll be speaking with her later. So this is lovely anyway. It's a beautiful sunny day, and just coming through the harbour now, and there's got to be thousands of boats here. It's absolutely enormous. We're actually staying on the other end of the harbour, and it's a beautiful walk down here. There's only one thing I'm slightly nervous about, which is as we were boarding, Scott, one of the guys that was kind of showing us around, said, and I quote, "It's going to be bumpy." Anytime someone elongates the word bumpy like that, I'm in trouble. I'm basically a cat. Like, I like sitting on the beach looking at the ocean. And I like being on the ocean when it's still. But I don't know. But if we're lucky, we're going to see some seals, we might see some dolphins, and we might, even if we're really lucky, see some whales.
I don't know if I'm just feeling complacent because we're in the harbor. It seems very smooth now.
I know. Famous last words, isn't it? It seems smooth
Good
now.
afternoon, everybody, and welcome aboard the Island Adventure. Just a quick couple things for you guys before we leave the harbor this morning.
Channel Islands National Park encompasses 5 islands and the marine environment that surrounds them. Thousands of years of isolation from the mainland has created a unique ecosystem unlike anywhere else on Earth. I take a seat at the back of the boat because that is where cats like me should sit to get the least amount of bumpy.
Here we go.
I'm just lulled into a full sense of security in the harbour. I'm like, this is fine. I haven't quite figured out how to get my sea legs yet. So Scott, what are some of like the coolest whale sightings you've seen here?
That's a good question. I get asked that a lot. My favorite type of sighting is what I would call a mugging. And you don't want to get mugged in New York, but you do want to get mugged on a whale watching boat out here.
This is Scott Lipinoga, a local volunteer.
And generally that would happen by humpback whales, but are boat friendly. And they will come over and spend some time with the boat, like swimming underneath, rolling over and looking at you, coming up almost so close that you could touch them.
So you say looking at you, you could see their eye come out of the water. So have you ever looked a whale in the eye then?
Absolutely. Wow. I've looked at the same whale in the eye a few times, and I would love to know if she remembers me.
So do you think, because I always feel like when you look a person in the eye, you get a sense of their character and all that kind of thing. Do you think when you look in a whale in the eye, in that moment, did you have a sense of intelligence or sentience?
Yeah, absolutely. It feels very personal and deliberate. It doesn't feel random. It feels like they're checking me out as much as I'm checking them out, and it's my favorite thing.
We think we're whale watching, but actually we're just like going out there so they can human watch.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love that.
I've had my fair share of killer whale sightings out here, really? Including seeing some hunts, and that's pretty exciting.
What are they hunting?
Our killer whales are transients, and they're mammal eaters, so they eat common dolphin, sea lions, and baby whales.
Not podcasters?
Not podcasters. Except ordinary ones that get bumped overboard.
Yeah, not unless you get thrown overboard. For most of the journey to Anapaca Island, the closest island to the mainland and where we're headed today, we're in open water. The wind is blowing and the waves are white-tipped. Jason and Ali head to the front of the boat because while the bumps are turning me a lighter shade of green, they're turning them into kids on an amusement park ride. Hold on. Yeah, we're not going anywhere right now. Look at this wave coming up.
Oh my!
We're not going anywhere right now.
Here we go.
Hold on tight. Hold on, man. Look at this.
Whoa! Climbing up probably 10 feet into the air easily, crashing right back down. But this boat's definitely handling it no problem. Look at that, straight off the train, right onto the open ocean. That is the Surfliner.
Hold on. Oh,
there we go.
Here we go. The journey takes about an hour in total, the distant dark blue outline of Anapaca gradually fading into color as we arrive in the shelter of a small bay. Well, we've crossed the bumpy bit. I'm hoping the bumpy bit's done now. And we've arrived at the Channel Islands, and it's absolutely stunning. It's so peaceful. Just these green, emerald green islands just rising up, steep cliffs. pocketed with this white, which I'm told is called island snow. It's actually
bird poop.
Bird poop.
Oh, yeah.
I call it island snow.
I'll call it the snow. Yeah.
They don't get snow out here. It's California. But there's cormorants, there's pelicans, there's birds kind of just sitting and chilling on the water. They're swooping down all around us. Little specks of white on the horizon and flying, and it's absolutely stunning. The Channel Islands are a prime spot for whale watching. During the winter, Pacific grey whales migrate through. Humpbacks and orcas can often be found. But no muggings today. They're hiding. But there is something else. Woo! Oh, wow! It's 3 of them. They're just poking their heads up. Oh, wow, look underneath us. Oh my gosh. Wow! There's like 12 of them playing underneath us. These are common dolphin. The region here around the Channel Islands and along the southern Californian bight has the largest density of dolphins per square mile of anywhere on Earth. So right now our boat is just spinning around to try and... Look at them jump! Look at them jump! Woo! God! Spinning around to try and create a wake, and the dolphins have just found it and are surfing it. That is so California. Hey! It's just playful. It's just, you can really get that sense they're just having fun. That little pod of dolphins looking back over that perfect blue with the misty Channel Islands in the background. Wow.
You know, dolphins are the only other species to mate for fun.
That's why I'm coming back as a dolphin. The Channel Islands are one of the most unique national parks in the country. Here, where the confluence of 2 major ocean currents meet, nutrient-rich water rises up and swirls around the islands, drawing marine life all the way up the food chain, from microplankton to blue whales.
This resource right offshore of Southern California is just amazing, in that you've got not only the ocean, but the islands as well that are an extension of that ocean ecosystem.
Andrea Mills.
There's always something new to learn and something magical to see, and you just keep wanting to come back for more. People say there's no seasons in California, but that's not true at all. You see it on the water with different migratory patterns of birds and whales. A lot of things we're seeing too over time is the changes because of climate change, and seeing the ebb and flow of the effects of that, some positive, some negative, but a lot of stories of hope and resilience, which keeps me coming back for more as well. This is one of the most biodiverse regions in the world. We're actually a UNESCO biosphere region, a whale heritage area, and we get over 1/3 of the world's species of whales, dolphins, and porpoise. It's just one of those places, again, where you see that hope and you feel that bond.
You can camp on the islands and hike, kayak, dive, snorkel, surf. But what you really come here for is the tranquility and the chance to connect with the Southern California coast as it once was.
One of the best things we do with school groups that come out is actually sit for 5 or 10 minutes in complete silence and let them listen to silence. We don't get that in our lives anymore. There's noise everywhere, and so to actually not hear something is a unique thing that can be really moving to folks. What you will hear, though, is even just the wind going through the grass. You'll hear the waves crashing against the shoreline. You might hear the call of different birds. If you're lucky, maybe offshore, some sea lions barking, or the lighthouse horn going off. And just those subtle calming sounds that really connect you to the resource.
Our final stop on our Pacific Surfliner track trip is about a 5-hour ride south. We get on board the next morning, order some liquid lunch. We got rum punch, we got Cuba Libre. Oh, maybe a Cuba Libre would be pretty nice. Ooh. Does sound good, doesn't it? Kick back.
Well, cheers, boys.
Here's to our journey.
Cheers.
Chin chin. Go a little mad about sea lions.
What is that sea lion?
It's weird looking sea lions.
Pale sea lion.
We should do a photo where we're lying on the dock just all over each other. And finally pull into the quintessential SoCal surf town of Oceanside, about an hour north of San Diego and the southern end of the line. We hop off the train and walk 10 minutes to the California Surf Museum, which houses one of the biggest collections of surf memorabilia in the world. But that's just the hors d'oeuvre. The main course is waiting for us on the beach. Right, well, I'm getting changed the pro surfer's way, i.e. in the car park with nothing on but a towel. Got my swimmers on. All right. A little intimidated by John's physique.
Hey, did you lie to me? Say you're a medium, but you're really a large?
Oi! Oi! This is ex-professional surfer John Daniels, an Oceanside legend and the coach of some of the best surfers on the world tour today. I squeeze into the wetsuit, we grab our boards and head down to the beach.
I think these girls are looking at you over here.
They certainly are.
But that's not the face that I want to see when a girl looks at me. Well, how's the waves looking out there, John? What do you reckon?
Little windy, so there's a little bump on the water.
Okay.
Kind of a medium tide, which is nice. We're gonna go over the parts of the board. Do you guys know what the front of the board's called?
The nose.
Very good. How about the back? It's a dog have that wags in the back.
Tail.
It's tail. What are the sides of the board called?
Rails.
Rails. What's the top of the board? Top of a boat. Starts with
deck.
a D.
Deck.
There you go, deck.
Oh,
nose, tail, rails, deck. Okay, trick question. What's the bottom called?
Bottom.
Bottom's the bottom. Hey! Now it's time to learn the pop-up part, right? The surfing part. So we're gonna lay down with our feet at the tail of the board. If you are too far forward, you're gonna nosedive or pearl. We wanna be in the center of the board. I want my hands by my shoulders. To catch a wave, we're gonna paddle nice and slow. Once the wave hits us, we paddle really hard to catch the wave. Once we're going the same speed as the wave, then it's time to go ahead and pop up.
Absolutely.
Okay, why don't you guys lay on the board?
Okay, I'm gonna lay down here.
We'll do a little practice.
Get my feet down at the fin. Hands to the center of the board.
Yep. So let's practice a little paddle.
Paddling out with my arms.
The wave, so make sure your toes are on the board.
Yep.
So you're gonna do a push up on your toes.
Oh, that felt pretty cool.
Yeah, just like that.
All right.
You guys ready to go?
Ready. I'm ready. Let's go. This is what we're here for. Right, walking up into the ocean now. This feels so great, just holding a surfboard.
All right, we got your position. It's our little paddle. All right, and go up.
All right. First time.
All right, high five.
First one, man.
All right, first go. That's pretty good when you can nail it your first shot.
That is such a freaking rush, man. The power of the ocean below you.
Oh man, that moment when you just feel even a tiny wave, when you feel that energy.
I feel it coming. I gotta try again.
They're doing great. Here goes Jason. Nice little paddle. Paddle, Jason! Nice pop up. Yeah, buddy!
Yeah!
There you go.
Doing better.
Perfect.
All right, Ari.
Yep. Make sure that front foot gets forward. Flatten that board out, get a longer ride. Let's go.
I can see why this could get addictive.
Oh yeah, you just want to keep going till you can't even stand up anymore.
What's some of like your best surfing memories you've had out here?
Well, the first time I learned, I tried to come out here and I got pretty worked, you know. And then, yeah, I've had so many days, years and years of surfing. But those barreling days when it's offshore wind, a combo swell, low tide, hollow, and you're just getting sick barrels all morning, you know?
What is a barrel for people that don't know? What's it feel like to ride one?
A barrel is the ultimate thing in surfing. That's when the wave is hollow enough to break and the lip, which is the top of the wave, breaks out into the bottom of the wave and it's hollow inside, like a pipe or a tube. And you can just take off, ride right in it, and then come on out.
So I've seen pictures of that, and it looks unbelievable, but what's it like sound like and feel like when you're in there? It must be a different world.
Well, it depends on how big the wave is. Sometimes it's a little quieter, but you go to Pipeline or Chopu in Tahiti, and those barrels are so big and there's so much power in there, it sounds like a freight train.
What for you, what does the ocean mean to you?
It's an amazing place. It doesn't matter where you're from or how much time you've spent here. It's like a sanctuary. You come here and you can relax, you can pray, you can meditate, whatever you need to do to just kind of relax, you know? It's a really cool place. It's a really therapeutic place too. I have kids that might have Down syndrome or they're autistic or whatever their disability, and they come in the water and all you think about is the ocean and you riding waves. You just get to feel the elements, you know? There's just so much. It's a full body deal where you're just kind of struggling to survive out here.
Yeah, it's one of those where I don't know if there's another outdoor sport where you really directly feel the energy of that element. Like, you know, skiing is great, but that's gravity. You know, you're not feeling the mountain in the same way. But here you're really feeling the power of the ocean.
Your body's encompassed by the water, by the ocean. You're inside of the ocean. And then next thing you know, you're floating on the ocean, you know? It's just your heels and your toes that are touching. Yeah, and the speed you get, and then when you get better, you can incorporate turns and do these strong turns, and then you can also, as you get better, you can incorporate aerials too. You can air out of the water and then land back on the wave.
So talk to me about some of the people that you've coached over the years.
So I started, some of the best kids I had were Caitlin Simmers and Lucas Ostin. They kind of started together, and Lucas is at that. He's about ready to make a shot for the World Tour. He almost made Challenger Series last year. And then we have Katie Simmers, who I started working with Katie when she was about 8 or 10 years old. Now she's about 18 or so, and she's on the World Tour, and she's current #1 in the world.
Did you know instantly, like when she was 8 years old, that she had something special?
So first off, not really. You know, she was just a little kid having fun out there. But yeah, I'd say when she was about 12 or so, she started kind of ripping up the waves. Yeah, you could definitely tell a difference. The way she read the waves and the choice of maneuver she had was definitely different than most kids.
How does it feel to like have helped someone get to the absolute pinnacle of surfing?
It's really exciting to be like at home watching somebody live in another country, you know, and then she's so close, like at Bell's, she just won Bell's Beach, and you know, next thing you know, she just, right at the last second, she turns the heat and ends up winning. And you're just jumping up and down in your living room, you know? It's pretty cool.
That's so great. Yeah. What's your secret then, as a coach and instructor?
I don't know. I just like to be a good mentor, you know, and I like to, my dad was a Marine, and I like to just push the kids, you know, physically and mentally, and just show them that they're capable of doing anything if they put their mind to it, you know, and put their heart in it. Yeah.
So will you be honest with me? What do you think my chances are of going pro? I'm 46, stood up twice now.
They're pretty slim, I think, you know. You'll have a great time doing this, but I don't know if you're going to make a whole lot of money.
Yes, don't quit the day job. All right, I'm going to go surf some more. Let's do it.
Okay, get out there.
Woo! Yes! Surf's up, California Surfliner. Well, that is the perfect way to end our Surfliner trip. Catching some waves. Oh, what a journey we've had. Flying our slow Cal coast by actually riding aboard, catching some waves. That's what this trip's all about. So if I can just catch my breath, I'll meet you at the next station. Let's go, I'll get one more wave. One more. Yay! Yeah! Woo! Good, Jed. That was so dope. That was so sweet.
All energy in the universe moves through waves.
Jim Kempton is the executive director at the California Surf Museum in Oceanside, and he has a theory why surfing has become so popular around the world.
So like right now, there's heat waves, sound waves, there's waves moving right through us, radio waves. We don't even know they're there, but waves are moving through us all the time. And it's all energy. But the only place where humans actually experience that energy on like a physical, tactile level is when they're catching an ocean wave. And I'm convinced that that's why surfers sound so totally inarticulate. You know, they always make fun of surfers like, whoa, dude, I can't believe I just got that. But when you experience that, there's no way to explain it. All you can do is you're kind of speechless. You know, you catch 20 of those and it's like, I've just been in one universe, which sounds really lame, right? But it's true, right?
All you have left is, whoa, dude.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, you're speechless.
And that's how we're going to end this trip too, speechless. Because whatever you do, kayaking, dolphin spotting, beach buggy cruising, the surf is up on the Surfliner, and there's no better way to slow down and savor the SoCal coast. The view is out the window. That novel is waiting to be written. There's time, there's space. The endless blue of the Pacific, the open track, rocking you gently through that sliver of golden coast where the mountains and ocean meet. Thank you so much for listening to this special episode on board the Pacific Surfliner. For more information how you can do this trip for yourself or any itinerary you can imagine from San Diego to San Luis Obispo, go to pacificsurfliner.com. Thanks to everyone who made this trip possible. Visit Santa Barbara, visit Ventura, and visit Oceanside especially. You can find out more about them at santabarbaraca.com, visit venturaca.com, and visit oceanside.org. We'll have all those links in the show notes as well. Special shout outs to Andre from Cal Coast Adventures. We had an awesome time paddling with you. Jim Kempton from the California Surf Museum. Definitely stop by there. And finally, John Daniels, you are a legend, mate. Thank you for an amazing afternoon. We've definitely caught the bug. And if you want to too, learntoripsurflessons.com is where you can connect with him directly. A few hotel recs as well. Links for all of these will also be in the show notes, of course. In Santa Barbara, we stayed at the Inn by the Harbor. It's a really nice little boutique place. In Ventura, we stayed right on the harbor itself at the Holiday Inn Express. And in Oceanside, we stayed at the Spring Hill Suites, close to the beach, awesome views, and really good design inside. Really recommend all of those. And thanks again to Pacific Surfliner for working with us to make this trip possible. We had an absolute blast, as you can tell. Some of the music you heard in today's episode were original compositions by the band Little Trips. They're awesome. You can find out more about them at littletrips.co. This episode was produced by Armchair Productions, the audio experts for the travel industry. Brian Thacker did our pre-production. Jason Paton and Ali Nisbet did the field recording and audio production. My name's Aaron Millar. I wrote and presented it. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.
Quick question. Do you want travel tips from people who have actually been there?
Our show is co-hosted by Tim Johnson, an award-winning travel journalist who's been to more than 145 countries around the world. And I'm David Brody, the other co-host who's been travel podcasting for 20 years while traveling to 50-plus countries around the world.
In about 10 or 20 minutes per show, we break down a destination with the kind of insight you usually only get from long guidebooks or hours of research.
So if you want expert advice, zero fluff, and travel inspiration that you can actually use, search for Travel in 10 wherever you listen to podcasts, or you can also find us at boyescape.com.
Hi, I'm Pauline Fromer, host of the Fromers Travel Podcast. We post new episodes weekly, detailing the kinds of money-saving tips and cultural insights that will make your trips richer without making you significantly poorer. We do so by interviewing real travel experts like TV host Samantha Brown, Fromers authors from around the globe, and such public figures as Free Solo's Alex Honnold. It's a fun travel party. I hope you can join us.